Travel. If you're based in Europe, the travel is straightforward. The flight from Berlin to Istanbul takes 5 hours, that's including time difference. I've traveled with Turkish Airlines, which are amazing. They serve you a nice warm meal, but the Istanbul airport itself, it's a nightmare. I have 2 hours and it was just enough time to catch next plane. After 1.5 hour, you reach Bodrum, and from airport you have 1.5 hour drive to Akyaka. Reaching the spot. To reach the spot, you have two options. Either you can travel by car, which you park behind the buildings, or you can go through the river. The second option looks a little scary at first, but as we didn't have the car, it was our only option. And you know what? It was kind of nice experience. On the way to the spot, it was good warm-up, and on the way back, it was relief for the muscles to go through chilling waters of the river. In case there is no wind, you have several possibilities to actively spend your time. You can play volleyball with your friends, train balance, build up your muscles.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or just chill out and relax in nearby bar. During our stay in the mornings, wind was not stronger than 10 knots. This meant that apart from few kids and a woman, only one guy on foil was kiting in the early hours. Usually around noon it becomes more and more crowded. The winds was picking up rather quickly, so in my case I weighed around 80 kilograms. It was better to wait a little longer and go out with smaller kite. I was using mainly 12, then go out with larger one and go back after an hour of swimming. The downside was that when I go out a little later, then the place was already crowded. Why it was so crowded, you may ask? The reason for that is the onshore wind. People are kiting along the shore. On one hand, it's very convenient. You don't have to go back to starting point along the shore after a whole day of kiting. You have just to walk back from time to time as you swim, but you will always kite back to the starting point. On the flip side, you have to keep in mind that the space near spot is reserved for lessons. The whole beach is private one. Every space left is used by people who are improving their skills. So if you just finish a course and want to practice starts from the water, it can be challenging to find a right place for you, especially if you aren't tall. Near the shore there is a shoal, you can swim just before it, but there is no much space. And if you want to go back, the water becomes deeper and deeper as you walk, and in the waves it can be really tough. But if you are experienced, there is plenty of space where you can kite. On the wind itself, during our 10 days stay, we had 8 windy days, with 3 to 5 hours of a good wind each day. Usually I was using kite 12. There were 2 days when I was using kite 14th and 1 day without wind. While speaking about the kites, I was landing the kites on spot. Majority of kites were new, but there were also a few used ones. The approach to the equipment was really cool. On one day, strong gusty wind made a rip, which I reported, but they just repaired it without any remarks. If we are talking about friendliness, I have to mention the whole crew at this spot. Starting from the beach boys, which were really eager to help at launching and landing, to the instructors, which were watching after you even after the course. So, in short, good wind condition, friendly and amazing people, great food, definitely place to go.